Well, this isn't good. Still got a 2-hour drive. Been on the road for 3 hours. 3 hours and 40 minutes from Long Island. So we've hit rain. It's been sunny. It's been cloudy. It's been misty. It's been pouring. This is what we're in right now. Hopefully it clears up. We'll see. Oh no! 15 minutes away. Thunder, lightning. We might have to reevaluate our tickets today if this holds up. Alright. I'm starting the Cranberry Lake 50. It's a 50-mile trail that goes around Cranberry Lake. I parked here at the Cranberry Lake Public Library. There's parking in the back. And the good thing about this is it cuts up a little bit of the road walk. So I got about a mile it's along the trail, but it's a mile road walk. So I'm going to do that. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I left the house at 6 o'clock. Wanted to stop and get a sandwich, and of course the deli was closed. I went to a different one. Drove up here 6 hours, hit rain on and off on the way up. I was going to originally bring lunch with me. I said, you know what, there's a nice little diner kind of restaurant, which you'll see later. So I figured I would just go in there and get a sandwich, maybe some wings, something like that. And then take off for the hike. Well, I parked, and unfortunately that place was closed today for a baptism or something. So I drove around. I found another general store, so I got a sandwich. So that was all right, but it's just one of those days. So right now it's cloudy out. It's sunny out. Originally we were going to be doing about 10 miles to Dog Pond Lake. I don't know if we're going to do that. We have a window of nice weather, so we might only do 5 or 6 and get the tent set up before more rain comes through. We are expecting rain pretty much the whole trip. Or at least chance of rain. So I ended up leaving the GoPro in the car. I don't know, I'll probably kick myself for doing it. I wanted to do some time lapse and stuff, but we ended up leaving that in the car. So again, this is the Cranberry 50. It's a 50-mile loop around Cranberry Lake. I'm going to be doing 4 nights, 5 days, and today's Saturday, should finish up hopefully early Wednesday. Alright, well, I just saw a trail marker and I was going to take a picture of it with my cell phone, and I realized that I think I left my cell phone on the bumper of my car. So we're turning around and heading back. What was that? Strike 4? Strike 5? Should I just get a hotel room for the night? Alright. Unbelievable. I can't win. And I don't think I could make this stuff up. So, when we last saw each other, I had started the hike. I was going to be going to East Inlet Flow, whatever it is. So I got about 3/4 of a mile down the road, and I saw the Cranberry Lake 50 tag, and I said, oh cool, I want to take a picture of that. And I went to grab my cell phone, and I didn't have it. I realized that I left it either in the car, which would be okay. I just wouldn't have any communications for the week if I even was to get cell phone service. But more likely I figured I left it on the bed of the truck. So I turned around, walked back, And sure enough, I had left it on the ridge, on the end of the truck of the bed. So I got that, ready to head back out, and it started to pour. So I jumped in the car, threw my pack in here, jumped in the car, I'm all set, and started looking at the map, thinking, this is crazy. I didn't want to get soaking wet on the first day, be miserable. So I figured, let's take a look at the map, figure out a couple of alternatives. Drove down to the trailhead, checked it out. There's a place called Bear Mountain, which is about 1.5 miles, 2 miles in, that I was thinking I'll stay there. It's a shelter. I won't have to sleep in the tent in the rain, set up in the rain, but I'd have a place to sleep. So I figured I'll do that. So I separated my food. I grabbed a day of food, and then I said, you know what, let's look at the map, figure out a couple of other things, and I figured I'll go down towards Wanakina. So we drove down to Wanakina and figured, there's kind of like the High Falls loop trails over there. So I figured, we'll go ahead and do that. So I saw a couple of people that were hiking. Actually, by that time the rain had stopped for the most part. They said that the trails are flooded, but they had a nice hike. There's a nice shelter at High Falls. They had spent the night there. And saw another guy that was doing the whole loop, and he said that the beaver dams are all flooded. It's really wet, and this rain was killing him. And he was about halfway through. By that time, the sun had come out, so I figured, you know what? All right, storm's over. We'll go load up. So I got the pack together. I put all the food back. Got camera gear that I needed. Just had it on the back of my truck, and went to put it on, and a couple of drops fell. And now we got this, what I just showed you. So I'm back to square one. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really want to do the loop, but again, I just don't want to be soaking wet the first day and miserable for the next 4, because I'm not drying out. I did take off that accordion pad that was going to be sticking out, this way I could put my pack cover on it. At least keep some of it dry. And I'm just going to use the air pad. I was just testing that out. Anyway, so I think, I got back to, let's put it this way. I got back to the truck, it was 1:45. Just about, it was like 1:45, almost 2 o'clock. Right now it's 3:25. I'm obviously not going to have enough daylight if it does stop into do 10 miles to Dog Pond. I might go back to Plan A was the 50-mile loop. Plan B was the Bear Mountain Shelter lean-to. And then Plan C was the 50-mile loop again. Now Plan D is back to Plan B. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here, wait this out. I think this is the last cell that's supposed to come over. It looks like those clouds up there are moving fairly quick. Good thing there's no thunder, no lightning, so I guess that's always a plus. So so that's what we got. Once I figure everything out, I'll let you know. Rain, rain, go away. All right, it's 4 o'clock. Cranberry Lake 50. Take, I don't know if it's 3 or 4. It's one of them. I think 4. So I got a little bit of road walk to the trailhead. We'll see in a little bit. All right. So we are now, we've officially been on the Cranberry Lake 50. So basically we are right here. We just walked from here. This is a road walk here. So we're going to come down the East Connector Trail to the Burnt Bridge Pond Trail. Our intention is to get to Dog Pond dog pond, but that's I think that's about 10 miles or so. I think if we could get the East Inlet flow, that would be great, but if not, there's all these campsites along the way. So we'll just keep walking. I think all of the rain's done. Make sure I got everything, poles. I just don't want to leave my poles, because if I don't have my poles, can't set up my tent. Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna try to go as far as we can today. I think all the rain's done. It's 4:15 right now. There's about a 15-20 minute walk on the road, and yeah, we're just gonna go. I think all the rain passed. There might be one more cell coming in. Well, one thing said it was close to us. Another one said 7-8 o'clock. So hopefully we'll have camp set up by then. Again, oh great, look, it's wet. I guess I'm just gonna end up getting wet. Yeah, so I took some stuff out of the pack. Oh boy. You know what? I guess. And the bugs are already swarming. All right. Well, it's nice that they have this boardwalk, but it's going to be a wet couple of days. Maybe I just gotta. I don't know if I say the cell phone's going to get wet. I don't know if I bought any bug spray. That's going to be a problem. I don't like bugs, but I don't like mosquitoes. Well, all right. So I think we already passed the cutoff trail for the Bear Mountain lean-to. I didn't see a sign for it, but it looked like the trail went to the right. And according to the map, I think that's kind of an unmarked trail. So I think that's where the turnoff was. I'm not 100% positive. But this trail is so freaking wet. All these ferns, they're coming down. I don't know which way. But my pants are soaked. And normally when I hike in shorts. And I've always hiked in shorts until we went to Alaska. And I had pants on. And when we were road walking, I really wanted to wear shorts because the sun was actually out. And it was really hot and disgusting. But in here, these ferns got all water over them. And that gets on your legs. It runs down into your socks. And it's just kind of annoying. So I guess I'm going with the pants, at least for today. Maybe tomorrow these are zip off so I can take the bottoms off. But yeah, this is all wet. So, all this stuff you go past, it brushes against you, you get soaking wet. Hopefully this stuff dries overnight. And what I do is I put it under my sleep pad, and the heat from me and the ground and all that usually dries it out. Yeah, my feet are soaked just because we went through a lot of puddles and stuff already. And I only got one other pair of socks. Actually two. One to hike in and then separate pair to sleep in. So my feet are always dry at night. And those are actually darn tough socks that I have, which on the last day, unless I need them before that, but hopefully not. The last day I want to hike out with those and see how my feet feel with them. Nice bottle. All right, I'm going to put you away. All right, so we have not gone as far as I thought we did. This is the Bear Mountain Trail here. Let's see. This is the Bear Mountain Trail. So it is kind of marked. I thought this was actually the Burnt Ridge Trail. So this is Yellow Connected Trail to Burnt Bridge Pond Trail, Cranberry Lake 50 Trail. So that's up there. All right, so I'm gonna take out my map, make sure I know exactly where I am, which I kind of do, and see what kind of mileage we're talking about. Good thing about this trail, it's not a lot of mountains, not a lot of ups and downs. It's fairly level, little, and of course I don't have my trekking poles out, so I'm gonna try to be extra careful. All right, I know where I am on the map. We've gone just about 2 miles from the parking lot. So, not from the parking lot, from where we left the car. Parking lot, not from that trailhead parking lot. All right. Yeah. So, here's our trail. All this, and this wood's slippery. They also have some logs that are cut, and I already almost fell twice. And I'll tell you what, if I go down, I'm not going to be happy. I'm turning around and going home. I'm not, especially if I'm muddy. Well, I could always take a bath, I guess, at the lake at the campsite, but I really won't be happy. All right, that's it for now. You got this wood, and I think this is a fairly new part of the trail. A little overgrown, a little wet. My pants are soaked, my socks are soaked. I'm done complaining.